Houston Texans.
This one for the right to represent the AFC at Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go.
This is Jakeem Grant.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give to Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Well, CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's what.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. The handoff, it's Eckler, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit Pater, but they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Stafford. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 33.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Houston.
Jonathan Taylor
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Flushed out right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
69 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Working with a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota complete to Jones. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A throw out wide, caught by Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Once more, here's Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Houston.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Second and 8 coming up.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Mike 57. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Ertz has it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Touchdown. It's complete. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. The handoff, it's Eckler, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danico Autry drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Mariota's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
And now the entire season and their dreams of a Super Bowl berth come down to this two-point conversion. They need it to tie.
Now Mariota.
And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the two-point conversion to camp it, and they're still down by a pair. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.